Welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to your boy, Pfunk thinking right at my YouTube classroom, doing what I do for you. Today we're gonna talk about something near and dear to my heart, but this is always my topics. When you talk about things that I'm what I call my wheelhouse, things that I'm familiar with, always near and dear. Today, right, is 25 rules to live by, storytelling with a message in the story. We're gonna talk about ignorance. Yeah, yes. I talk about knowledge, and you got ignorance equals the devil. Knowledge of self equals God. I give you that breakdown. I run it by you, but here we go again because you need to understand ignorance will not get you in. Okay? We'll talk about it. Here we go. First thing is ignorance, lack of knowledge, not knowing God, not being spiritually enlightened. You will never make it to God. Here we go. Ignorance is not knowing something yourself. You don't know yourself, you don't know God. Get it? Ignorance is the devil's playground. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. If you have nothing on your mind, if you have no plans, if you are a weak constitution person, the devil gonna have his way with you. You will never be able to release yourself from his grip of you doing fetters, causing fetters to yourself by doing the wrong thing over and over and over. Here we go. Ignorance is why most of us don't know God. So before I got enlightened, I really didn't care. I dabbed a little bit of God, but I wasn't big on God. I wouldn't walk around professing God. So I was ignorant. I had no problem with that. I didn't know. Okay. Ignorance as a way of life will keep you unsuccessful in life. You wonder why nothing working for you. You wonder why not, you're ignorant. You don't know what you're doing. First of all, ignorance when you're young is not bad, but when you get old, if you haven't learned life lessons from just going through daily rigors of life, living and doing things, certain things you learn because you experience them in life. That's why the older people are wise. They know things that they done lived through. Young people think. Young people conceptualize. Young people can fantasize. But you don't know nothing because you haven't lived and experienced enough to be that. You can have ideas, you can listen and get concepts. Again, that's all you're gonna have. Once you get the experience, that's wisdom. That's knowledge. That's why the older people have it. You don't have it while you're young. Trust me. But if you pay attention and listen, you can work on it and get it a lot sooner than older people who learn the old fashioned way, trial and error. So some of the things you learn because it wasn't good. So the lessons you learn, the ones you experience, the ones you go through, and you learn them when you have to pay the price for them. Okay, so to speak, they become yours. Life lessons. That's what this is about. Here we go. The next group is going to be knowledge of self is the way to God. I've been telling you that. I'm going to tell you that. It ain't going to change. It's always been that way. Ignorant people never get to God. Knowledge of self means you know yourself, hence you know God. The whole point of my right thoughts philosophy is to get you to know yourself, hence God. If you put God anywhere other than you, you're going to miss the boat, so to speak. Ignorant people, that's what y'all do. And it's not your fault. Tune in your boy. I got you. I'm gonna help you out. I'm just trying to let you know what you're doing wrong and what you can do to help you out. So I'm not ragging on you. I'm not throwing casting aspersions. I'm just trying to enlighten you. That's my goal. Enlighten, educate, inspire, and motivate. Those are things that I tend to do every time I get in front of this camera and talk to people who are gonna be listening. Okay? That's my job. I take it serious. Here we go. Mission statement. Just don't read it before now because I ain't got the time. So my little 15 minutes of fame, I got to make it count every time. Here we go. Can ignorance bring success? Well, before we get to that one, my bad, we're going to still deal with knowledge of self is the way to God. Let me finish that one off for you. Sorry about that. Knowledge of self is right living, learning right thoughts, philosophy, and practicing them daily. When you get good at right thoughts philosophy, you'll be tough. Trust me. Knowledge of self is the key to bringing the best out of you and become the best you can be. When you practice it, when you're working, when you striving to be the best you put your best foot forward and give your best effort. That's what it's all about. That's all he asks for. Knowledge of self is life changing. because once you decide to do better, be better, and you're aspiring to raise your spiritual level, your consciousness, spiritual consciousness level up, here you go. That's what we need you to do. Now you can put the work in. That's all you gotta do. Put the work in. I do every day. You're not getting around it. It don't happen no other way. So here we go. Knowledge of self, when learned young, ooh, you grow spiritually real fast because you are excited. And when you see things work out for you that God's put in front of you, the chasers, okay, right? I call them all the faith and believers in God. We do it because something He did for us that put us in a state of mind. I did it. I tried it. If I live right, do right, I'm supposed to get rewarded. What's the reward? Great, great, again, great. You become a better you. That's rewarding enough in itself. But other stuff gonna come with that. Yes, trust me. That's the best. The best feeling is being successful within yourself. I don't have to run around and tell people how good God is to me. I do it here, but trust me, that's why I do it. Because when I hear somebody say God's good, I say all the time, yeah, I get misty. Talking about God. Here we go. Can ignorance bring success? I'm getting the lean in. You get the lean in on some things I'm going to put out to you that I don't subscribe to. But I'm going to bring it to you because I'm going to let you know. I know, but I don't subscribe to them. That's all. Here we go. Ignorance. No, ignorance is a spiritual enlightenment blocker. Ignorance blocks your light. It shades out the knowledge that you're supposed to be taking in, so it blocks. It's no good. Ignorance, you cannot be successful. No, ignorance will never bring anything but fetters, problems, constantly, over and over. No, ignorance is the losing hand that if you play it, it will not win. Poker players, look at your hand. Sometimes we get a good hand and we get excited. Sometimes we get that ugly hand that just ugly, just ain't nothing. Throw it in. Don't play it. Sanford and Son, when Lamont was playing with his boys and they was, fleecing him, tricking him, Fred tell him, dummy, don't do it. Don't do it. When you got an ugly hand, you think you got a good hand, looking good, trust me, you ain't the only one at the table with a good hand. When somebody going all in, they going in for a reason. You can try to bluff every now and then anyway, but when a man is feel comfortable about what he got, yeah, he going all in. When you're working for God, when you go all in. That's how I'm telling you. I'm all in. I'm in. Don't all of it. No, all of it. All of it. I don't gamble. It's a sure thing, man. Let's do this. Don't worry about it. He got us. There we go. That's having knowledge of self. Knowing God. Once you know Him, you're confident. You can believe in Him. You got faith in Him. But until you know Him by experience and things that He do for you in your life, I got to digress. But yeah, I get excited because God is good all the time. If you work and do what He needs you to do in order to get your blessing. You don't just give Him you don't just eat Oprah, you don't just give her blessings because you showed up. No. Do His will, live His way, and you get blessed. I can guarantee you that. I can do that for you, guarantee you. No, ignorance is the ingredient for failure in anything you do. If you're ignorant, you will not be successful. In the discussion, ignorance can never bring positive results. Ignorance is like cancer. It's nothing good. Don't nothing come good from being ignorant. Naivete, nothing good. No. Ignorant is not bliss. I can tell you that one. Don't fall for the nonsense. Here we go. This next one is, will knowledge of self make me successful? Ding, 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 ding. That's what success is based on. You have knowledge of self, you find out who you are. Trust me. Let's go. This is my warehouse now. I'm about to roll. Let's go. Yes, knowledge of self is the key to success, to all success in life. Trust me on that one. Yes, knowledge of self is the only way to be successful, reaching God. Yes, knowledge of self is the successful way to have that Nihas moment, life's goal. That's what it's all about. I'm going to keep going. Yes, knowledge is done by using right thoughts philosophy daily until mastered, and success will surely follow. Okay. Yes, knowledge of self is man's goal and his birthright, but you have to do it. You have to implement it. You have to make it work for you. Last set is, oh, I'm doing all right. Here we go. Let's go. Rushing to the end. Knowledge over ignorance. Who wins? If you look at what's going on right now, you would think ignorance is because the guy that we got running the show, he have no knowledge of self whatsoever. That's I'm gonna let that stay there. Here we go. Knowledge over ignorance. Who wins? Knowledge means you experience something, so now you know it. Ignorance means you don't know. Who you think gonna win that deal? Ignorance means you know nothing, but some think they do, and that's where the problem comes with thinking they know and don't know. Dangerous. Why? Because they're gonna fight tooth and nail about something that they think they know, but they really don't. Leave them alone. It makes them dangerous. That's what makes them dangerous, because they're gonna give you a whole bunch of this when they just think they know. Thinking don't mean nothing. What you know. Here we go. Moving on. Ignorance is a major weapon to our enemy. It keeps us dumb. If you're ignorant, all you're gonna do is walk around having a bunch spewing off a whole bunch of nonsense, and people gonna see just how ignorant you are. So you can't profess to be somebody when ignorance gonna show, just like intelligence, just like knowledge. So it ain't hard. Ignorance in the hands of the power, in the powers that be, takes us to hell in a handbasket, as my grandmother would say. We have a government, we have a president that they is so far off the beaten path, it's unbelievable. They can't see. Old man saying, know your butthole from a hole in the ground. They can't get it right because they ignorant. I'll let that stay there. Last one is knowledge is the ultimate winner in life. Right thoughts philosophy gives you that. Obama, winner. God fearing, good husband, good man. Ain't no way. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, the presidency, a prestigious job, a prestigious position that you should be. Okay. As a worship master in my lives, I felt the need and the desire to make sure I did the right thing. Why? Because they watching, they looking at me, they depending on me. I got to do what I got to do. As a man in my house, the husband, father of my kids, I got to do certain things because why? They looking, they're watching, they're expecting you to do something. And if you're ignorant, and if you're just an ungodly person, you run by your ego. You're set driven. That means you ain't really trying to do good. You just trying to do you. We heard a lot of people, I'm gonna do me. Yeah, most people do. That's that set mentality. That's the ego. Satisfying yourself, your own personal desires. And if you're in power and you perverted concepts and you in power, you're gonna act out them perversions on people who shouldn't be dealt with in that manner. And when they complain about it, don't work that way. You can't buy your way out of wrong. But money's a good deodorant for a bunch of ignorant people. A lot of people ignorant with money, so they can get away with being ignorant. But they can just keep buying, they can keep paying, they can keep, shelling out money on every problem. Yeah, buy it, pay for it. If you're not living right, if you're not doing right, you got a bunch of money. That don't mean you can just do the things you do because you can buy people. Everybody got a price. Everybody got. No, they don't. You can't buy me. Okay, I'm not for sale. So everybody don't have a price. And I know a lot of people feel the same way about themselves. You mean my soul is for mine to keep, not to sell, to bargain, or negotiate with. Mm-mm, that's crazy. But my spirit, which is God given, which is of God, not to be disputed, not to be played with, not to be dangled like, no, yeah, well, you want my spirit, I sign up. Yeah, you want my soul? No. See, and if you're a God-fearing person, you take that serious. Most people, ignorant people, when it's your turn, you'll know. But at that point in time, it's too late to say, "Oh, my bad." Don't work that way. That's why you have to do it now. That's why I live the way I live now. I don't have no problem when the Grim Reaper come and nah, come for me. Let's go. Again, take it like a man. Even in the face of death, I must still walk and talk the same way. Why? Why shouldn't I? I know what's going on. I know what's happening. Do you? I know God. Do you?